Greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Monster to Mermaid. This is Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod and a bunch of other mods, and it is nighttime in the world of Minecraft. This is one of the many worlds. This is the continent of Thalasia, and I am in the town Rosa Ouro, which started out as a gold mining town and has turned into so much more. So much more. I'm going to go to the saloon. Pierce, who started the town, and his partner Ember, who emigrated to the town with her best friend Julie. Ember and Pierce run the saloon, and we're going to go through the saloon for just a moment. Hello. Oh, I do beg your pardon. So the reason that they like having me, even though they know that I have a suite in the town hall, they like when I stay. Ooh, skin in the game. Look at that. That's visitor, and the visitor is Reeves. Nathan Reeves, and that's absolutely a visitor. I am Nathan. I have come here from the Nether to start a new life. The only thing is that if I was to take him as a citizen, he would not. Salut, Mixasa! How are you? I hope everything's okay with you. How are you? ¿Cómo va tú? And if I was to take Nathan as a member of the community, he would lose all of his avatar details. So it doesn't pay to take the visitors as members of the community. It's so much better to just have them keep revisiting. That's so much more fun. Let's come up here. You are good? Excellent. Très bien. Très bien. Et moi, bien, bien, bien. I had quite a crisis earlier in Twitch, which was very fun. And we're going to start with the crisis that was here first. And then we'll go over and handle the crisis that was in Prasino next. This is Rosa Ouro, Twin Towns, Prasino and Rosa Ouro. What happened here was, what was I doing? Was I working? Oh, I know what I was doing. So Evangeline went to Pierce and said, if you care about these puppies, you're going to have to crack down on the people who are growing non-indigenous plants in this area. So that we don't have a lot of plants that don't belong here. And he was like, I didn't know that there were people who had a lot of plants that don't belong here. And Evangeline and Etana were like, yes, there actually are. And I'm not going to point names. You should do the tour yourself with the ambassador and see what you see. And so we did. And unfortunately, we found exactly what she was talking about. So this morning, we changed a lot of outdoor flower pots, a lot of outdoor flower boxes to make them work with the fact that there is not supposed to be any flowers here except the ones that were on the field originally when we got here, and they're still here. These are the ones that were here originally. They're all still here, so they can pick anything from this because they seem to be okay. Although Evangeline is saying she questions allium. She knows there's a little plot of allium in the poppy fields that she's been watching and making sure that they don't grow. She thinks the sheep actually like allium and that might be keeping down the growth of it, but that's one of the things. So we went around all over the place, and there we found lots of places that still had plants that were not indigenous, and we actually had the owners of those plants trade them out for different plants, for plants that are indigenous. So Fried Switey had a little farm plot here, and Evangeline is saying, no. She's saying, sorry, no, you can have these plants, but you can't have your own garden unless it's inside. And so both Evangeline and Lissa, who also had some plants growing in their yard, said fine, and they are now growing roses and poppies and lime carnations and things like that. There were a couple flower pots at the school, probably brought out by the kids. We left the allium one, but we had to change the other and to poppies. And then a lot of the boxes, the boxes that belong to the housing. Now there was also moss, and moss isn't going to last very long here. We are in the lush desert. We're in the lush desert, but it's still desert. And in this area especially, I think this registers as badlands. I don't even think it registers. No, it's registering as lush savanna. But moss is not going to be healthy here. So all of the places that had moss were turned into the type of ground that we do have here, the type of green that will grow here outside of a greenhouse. And we did that. So all of these places, I still have a couple that still have some moss in some of the places. Let's come here and let's get grass for a minute. And we'll put those in these places. Let me get these lime carnations for a minute. And this has nothing to do with the style, and I think McSessa knows that. This has everything to do with the fact that this is the story of this town, and that's the way we want it to be. So, oh, look what we've got here. All these things can stay. I just have to take the moss out from underneath. So the minute we do that, they're going to go away, and then we'll just put them back. So we spent the entire morning essentially doing this. The size of those flowers, yes. So we're putting that in. There was one of these here and one of these. Mr. Villager, oi! You're fine to the bem. That is good. That is very good. And that's what we did all morning in Twitch. We went around and did that. And then remember yesterday, actually, I just remembered that Mr. Villager actually saw it in Prasino yesterday, that there was some problem with the food, and he was right. And that moss is prettier than the grass block. It's gorgeous. I agree. It just dies here. It unfortunately dies in the desert, and then all you have is a dirt. So that's the only reason. We're in the desert and it just dies. In other places, like on the Prasino mountain, they have all those lovely flowers. They have all those beautiful flowers, and they just look very beautiful. And we appreciate that. And with the color of the grass, it's wasteland. Exactly. That's exactly right. And that's what color it's supposed to be. And so it's just the sacrifice of living in a town that's growing poppies in the field and does not want to grow them. This is the whole point. And I think that Pierce is concerned that the poppies grown in the hothouse, in a greenhouse, are not going to be as full bodied as the poppies that are grown here. Now, the Evangeline probably is trying to grow some poppies that are full bodied in the greenhouse, but in the meantime, this is one of these things. So you go to the supermarket, or you go to wherever you're getting something that's grown, and most people want the fresh, the naturally grown, all that kind of stuff. You can say that these were grown in a greenhouse, and and they're fresh from the greenhouse and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes some people don't want that. So since the land is here, since the poppies are already on the land, this is their decision to keep it that way. I'm going to have to do some sheep herding. Let's herd some sheep for a second. And then the other thing that happened this morning, whenever they see me, they start going back to the farm. I think I'm going to have to get one. Hi, you. You're coming to me? You want to be taken back home? Okay, let me get a lead and see. So let's see. Would you give me the world seed? This place looks so nice sometimes. This river reminds you of the Euphrates. Gladly, I can give you the world seed. What I will do is I'll put it in the comments for this stream, what the world seed is. Or I can give it to you on Discord, whichever you would like. Let's get some leads here. Night is coming. Let's see if we can gather them up before the night. See that rhinoceros up there? So I don't want to get too much into his territory. I need to be on the ground, so I'm not flying because I don't want them to get hurt. And I saw another. That's the one that I saw. Let's get this one here. How many do I have? I have them all. And let's bring this set up. And I think there's a couple behind, and we could go get them for a minute. But let's come here. And there you go. Come on, you guys. Come on. There you go. Okay. You stay here for the night. I think there's a couple others who like to go up here. And they are up here. We can get them in the morning, or we can just leave them for the night. Let me switch. Let's take this right here. I'm going to put it in this hand so that I can get this one. There might be one down here. Where's the other one that's usually up here with you? Are you the only one up here? Probably not, but we'll just take this one down. So the purple tulips, the roses, and the type of grass that they have here are the things that are usually here. And now we don't need that. And let me get this out of my hand. Let me go up, and I'm going to go to sleep. So let's come up here. Let's come up here. I'm going to cut over to the saloon again. We'll just go ahead and sleep at the saloon tonight. Look at the bridge. Look what the bridge looks like at night. It's so beautiful. That was just such a wonderful thing. The sheep looked sad and then ran away when you said you were going to take it back home. Some of them do, and some of them are ready to go back home. It depends. It depends. Some don't mind. Okay. And maybe they don't mind because maybe they feel cooler after they're sheared. So sometimes they do. All right. The other thing that happened was that I noticed there were a whole bunch of people in Isabella's restaurant. And when I went to Isabella's restaurant, she had potatoes, she had food, but she didn't have anything that they wanted. They wanted a different variety. And when we tried to see if we could add some variety, we discovered that she did not have any, and she still doesn't. She does not have any fuel. Let me look here at minimum stock. I thought I had fuel on minimum. I do not. See where that air is? Add 4. Let's give her 4, and let's give her birch slab. We're going to give her 4 stacks of birch slab that she has to have on her all the time. And there we go. And that should help. So Emmanuel, the baker, ended up making jelly sandwiches. And no, he didn't. Did he make fish sandwiches? He might have made fish sandwiches for all the restaurants because nobody had any fuel. So see this field? This is new. This is Santana producing birch. We do not need any more. We don't need any more spruce right now. We don't need any more oak. We don't need any more of anything except birch right at this particular moment. Remember those big, huge, tall pieces of spruce? Those tall spruces that were here all that time? Those are cut down and they're going to be used in the new buildings that are going up in the university area, where the new university buildings are. And on the waterfront. They're going to be used on the waterfront buildings as well. And they've already started being used. You can see them right here on this. Look how long those are. Those are made from that birch that he cut down. And then you remember there was all this wood block, oak, that was sitting right here, and he took all of that down, and now he is growing birch, lots and lots of birch. Ooh, that just popped up while we were looking at it. And so that was to help everyone. Then another thing that we did was Lexi did not have anyone working with her, did not have an assistant cook, and so we found a student who wanted to be an assistant cook with Lexi, and it turned out to be, if I'm not mistaken, Simeon. Let me see if that's true. Let me see if that's actually true, that it turned out to be Simeon. Whoever it turned out to be, they had a facility for it. They actually had the skills. And so Lexi is getting a really good person to work with her. It is Simeon, and Simeon and Lexi are working together as partner chefs. Now Lexi already has a partner. Lexi's partner is Casey, and they live somewhere. I think they're actually living in Julie's suite. I wonder if we move them out of Julie's suite and move Julie back in. Let's come over here and see who's living in the house right here. I think this is who was living. Yes, Lexi and Casey are now living here. And so one of the things that I want to do, since we averted the food crisis, is I have a family living here, and they've been living here for quite some time, and it was Marifled and Trenton and their daughter Alexia, and they are now moved out. There is a possibility that Ainsley and Robert will come back and work, and Ainsley will work from here. And if she does, then Hira will take over her balloon for the time being, and she will have her shop back. And I think that I would like to do that. But let me wait until they're between builds, because right now Ainsley finished, and we'll show you. Ainsley finished, well, let's show you. Hira finished. Remember, he finished this right here, and we decided to grow onions. So Asphodel has planted onions, and she is growing them for the restaurants. And then down, let's go down. We still need to put in the road. I know. I got distracted from putting in the road. So we'll go this way. I think this should go this way first. Let's make this go this way first, and then have that be there, because usually they're going this way first. And there's Chalia, she's doing some things. We're going down to the area, the new university buildings down here. And believe it or not, wow, does that look steeper than it was? Maybe not. Ainsley is working on this. Ainsley finished with the level 3 of the astronomy building, and she's working on the earth sciences building right now. And look at this maw. Look at this mouth in the mountain. This is what Hira is working on. Hira is taking down the mountain here. I'm going to use this so you can see how far back he has to go into the ruins. So he's actually doing some mining. He's collecting a lot of the leftover copper and gold and that the skeletons left behind in their homes, because this is where the skeleton ruins were, and he is digging this out. And so that is what is happening there. Let me see this. So this is a level 3. We actually haven't seen this yet. And so this is the level 3 university in the cliff style that we're going to look at right now. And this is the front of the building. There is another building over here, and that is the observatory. There's the word that wasn't there before. Observatory. That's the word I was looking for the other day. And we're going to come inside the university. And we are inside. There's Steffi. Hi, Steffi. And Gorman is in the office, and Steffi is there. I would maybe change the pictures, but I'm going to wait until this is completed before I change out the paintings. I think we can find some really cool things. I like those, but we've had these for a very long time, and I'd like to use some of the newer images, paintings that we have. And Gorman is going into this office, and this area here, this looks like his office, doesn't it? Definitely does. Looks like his office. He is in this section. Now we can see there, we can see an upstairs. Why don't we go, hi, okay, you're back. Why don't we go out? So we know now that to get upstairs, oops, I think we're going to run out of sun. To get upstairs, we need to take these outside steps up to this building. And we have some science work going on here. As you can see, we have wow, this looks very nether. Let's see what's here. Oh, we have a little balcony. And let me put on the light because the sun is setting. And then we can walk across to the observatory, which is right over here. And there's another little balcony here. Look at these gorgeous balconies that they can sit out here and study. And they're just beautiful. This is the door to the observatory, and now there is an upstairs here. And right now he is just using a telescope and looking at the sky until such time as the large telescope gets delivered and gets transported here and gets installed. So he is, Gorman is waiting for that. It's the reason that Gorman left the other university building. He was in the medical building, but this was what he really wanted to do, is be work in the observatory, do geology, astronomy, and so that is what he is doing here. And there it is. I'm not connecting these two roads until this building is here. There's a building that's supposed to be here. Let's go this way. Let's go over this way. We're going to stay in the saloon for right now. And we're going to make sure that everyone goes to bed. I see people still up. Maybe I should wait for everyone to go home. See this? See the people going home here? Our town is big enough now that the people on this end of town don't go to bed right away. Everyone's gone here. Okay. And so now we can come. Why don't we just go into the ambassador's suite at the town hall, since we're right here. So we'll do that. And here we are. I know that, and I agree with Mixasa, that the moss blocks are gorgeous to put for underneath plants in flower pots. They really are. They're gorgeous. Uh-oh. Java. Catch up, Java. And let's go to bed. I'm holding a lantern in my hand. Okay. So judging from the fact that everyone's gone back to work, Keanu, Omar, Lindsay, Lila, Hira is working. I don't see Hira in yet, but we'll see in a minute. And they should all start begin working, but probably because I'm over here in the town hall, that's probably what's making it that I will probably need to go back into town so that everyone gets a chance to work. So that's what we did this morning. We traded out all of the plants that had that were a possibility for transferring seeds to the poppy fields, and we put in plants that would do that, or that were already in the poppy fields. What I would like to do actually today here right now is this again. That was Adamanta coming out of this building. I would like to make this one wider on both sides, and the way I'm going to do it is just by making it one wider for all of this for a minute. And so let's come here. I'm not going to be making anything, so we'll put this away. I probably am not going to use that. We don't need the light right at this time, and that will give me a chance to get enough pieces that I need of things so that we can start. And we're just going to start by putting the exact same piece over top of the same piece. So all we're doing is just taking this piece and putting it everywhere this piece is until we have an entire another wall of the building on the outside. This piece here, let's put one of those, let's put one of those, and let's go around to the other side and do the same thing. This has to go away, this part right here, because we're putting in the building right here. There's one of those. We have a couple of these on this side, so we'll put these in, and let's come up. I hope you can see. Okay, and because this is kind of in the shadows of the fact that it's under the hill here, but that should be okay. And let's come here and let's get this part and bring it all the way up, and then I have another one of those right there. Let's put that one in. Okay. Nope, we still need this part right here. Yep. So we'll put this in right there. And that says it's cobblestone. So we'll put one of those. There's cobblestone there. That is andesite. This andesite. This is andesite wall here. Let's take a piece of andesite wall and put it right there. Let's come up, and this is what we're doing. We're just copying the building for a moment. And while we're doing that, so yes, so this morning we discovered that there wasn't, and Santana was a little embarrassed, actually, that he had lost track of the fact that he was not making enough birch, and he actually was like didn't understand, and it was sort of a communication failure for a bunch of the people involved because Julie, the carpenter, she actually did have birch and birch slab in her shop that hadn't been picked up. But the people, the couriers were saying, well, it wasn't picked up because we hadn't been fed, and that's why it wasn't picked up. It's like, okay, fair enough, all you guys, you have an excuse. And now let's get back to this and let's see if we can actually get this done where the restaurants actually have what they need. And so that is what we are working on right now. That's cobblestone sitting right there. It's cobblestone. Let's do that. I don't know. I don't know why that's open there. I know there's glass here. I can see it. So we'll take that glass and put it there. And this part right here, I think it has fence right there. It does, and we'll put the fence in right here. Let's come up and let's look at pieces missing from here, and we're good. We're good on that side. Let's continue this side. This is coming here. I need the bottom part right here, so we'll continue doing this. What am I doing? I'm widening the building. I'm actually making the building wider than it was, and I want to do that by copying the building the way it is right now. This is dark, isn't it? It is. Has it gotten dark outside? Possibly. Let's put this here, let's put that, and let's take this glass and put it here. Is there something missing? Nope. Okay. All right. So I think we have the whole thing done. No, not enough. Let's do these first since they're problematic. Let's put one here and one there, and one here, and one here. Okay, and then the cobble, let's put the cobble back in, and we're doing that. So while we were doing that this morning, we were also sort of going over some of the history. We were doing a little bit of history because of the death of someone in Prasino. Prasino has had another death, and we were talking about the fact that no one really dies. That the reason that Minecolonies land people, the Minecolonies people, have graveyards, and what they do with their graveyards is why they have so many catacombs also is that if you dug up the graveyard, if you dug up the caskets in the graveyard, you would find nothing, because they have to cremate. They have to cremate everyone to keep them from coming back. To keep them from coming back. Yes. To keep them from coming back as zombies or drowned. And that is one of the things that we were talking about this morning on Twitch, the whole thing that no one ever dies. And so to honor the dead, the way they honor the dead is to make sure that they don't come back. And that is what happens. I'm going over here for a minute to see how I handled the front of this. Yeah, I didn't increase the front, it looks like. Wait, is that the one I did, or is this the one? No, this is... Which one did I increase? I think I increased this one. I think this one is larger. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we did increase it at this point, but we didn't increase it up here. And it looks like we added another line on the inside so that we could do the roof. We'll have to see what happens on this end. And we'll do that for just a moment. So yeah, so we were talking about the fact that that's where all the skeletons come from. And skeletons and zombies, that is a long process, like thousands of years for zombies to become skeletons, for skeletons to exist the way they do, which is different from enders, different from witches, and different from the nether people, the withers, and the land of pigs, the land of Lins, and that have pig in front of them. So, which is all the nether creatures. It's different from the end, but that's enders. And yeah, let's continue on this. And so how would we like to do this? So when they go to work, which I think they just did, we can go back in now and we can do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a pickaxe and cut this away. So let's get one of these. Let's get a pickaxe. Let's bring this over. Let's put this in our left hand like this, and let's get the pickaxe and let's begin. Can we begin with this? Yes. So we'll take all of this out, and you see what I see? There's nothing underneath that part right there. So that means we need to put in a stone underneath that. Let's, for the time being right now, put this under there. I'm not able to put anything there. Oh, yeah, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. That is actually the ground right there. Is this the correct piece or the wrong piece? That was the correct piece that's supposed to be there. So there should be one here and one here. Let's do that. And then here, let's take away these pieces. And I think that makes that one wider, and it does. Yeah, I would have to take off this part right here. And just for now, actually just have it be this so that I can tell what's going on. Right here on this side. Is he actually upstairs? He sure is. Wow. So we'll take this away, and we'll take this away. Now there's a piece missing here. There's supposed to be. What are you doing? Wow. Okay, let's take this part right here away and make sure that we have all of this. We should be able to take this all of this. Oh, we didn't do that part yet. This is a part of upstairs. There should be a slab right there. All right, there's that. How does that work? We'll find out in a minute. We can take this away. This was the wall right there, so we'll take that back. So now we have that wall coming back on that side, and we need this wall to come back on this side. So we'll take that away, and there it is. Dun, 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 dun. All right, what's happening up here that's weird? I know he's here. But what? Ah, we can't have that. We actually need to have a full piece on that side and on this side now of diorite, and there andesite, and this is not polished andesite, this is just andesite. Let's take that away and put this in its place to cover up that. Aha! Now I know why that was there like that. On the other one. We could bring this all the way up here, but we definitely need that to be there. On that side, I don't like that, but I'm going to have that. I have to have something there. So let's put that in. Let's put this piece of wall right there. It's a little bit more privacy. That's interesting. Okay. And we got a problem, Houston, because he's here, but I think we can manage it anyway. So we should be able to bring this out also. So let's bring this over right here. And we can see those pieces going away right there, and we don't have anything here. So this is the part that needs this to come over right along here. That's the part that was missing. This is okay. I understand that this is keeping... Is it keeping this here? Maybe. Do I need that? I don't know. I'm going to take that away and just have that screen as a part of the bed. And he said, wow. Oh, probably because I see he's saying greetings, nice house. Yes, I'm sure. I am sure you are appreciating the house. And I'm sure he would like to live here, but he cannot. Ah, I think he fell down. Go boom. And now, are you going to fall down in there too? Or are you in the way of me? Oh, there we go. Bring your pets outside. Oh, a guardian came and said, bring your pets outside. Come on, you. There's no way. There's no way to get that pet out. I know. Just a second. There we go. All right. I mean, it's easier than trying to do anything else. All right, so then we have this. Yay! Okay, let's come up here. And now we have to do the same thing that we did on this side. Right here. Let me see if I can put that in. That's supposed to be there. And then let's take this piece and bring it up on the outside. So this piece here and that. And let's see if that looks the same on both sides. It actually does. Yay! What are you doing? Where's the other one? Hello, Sato. Are you stuck or are you lost? Oh. Ah, there they are. Okay. Wait, where's the other one? Did they disappear? Oh, I think we lost the other one. Okay, let's come here. Let's go back up for a minute. Possibly, I think you are correct. And let's come here and let's go in and let's look. So this side is wider here, but this side is not. And we're going to take this part down, all this part right here. I'm going to be really careful about doing this. And there's the floor not being there. And let's take this way, and this way. And now we can put the floor piece right here like this. So what do I want to do about this flooring that's here for this entire place? The fireplace is there. We do know that. And we put in the door to keep them from having to deal with the other. And then the attic is up here. And it looks like we made it one higher in order to get, doesn't it? Let's go down and see. Let's go to the other one for a second and see if in fact that is what we did. The sun's setting anyway, and they're going to come home and go to bed, and we're going to check on the other stuff in just a minute. I would like to do something special for Trenton and Mirafled, who live here. And they are, which level is this? This is level 3. It's not going to be a level 5, these houses. I believe that this is just level 3. Yeah. I'll show you the house, why it's not going to be a level 5. I'll show you in just a moment. I'm going to come out here. Let me get this out of my hand. And let's move over here. And let's come out. And I'm going to get a builder's tool for a minute. And we'll show you the finished level 5. So I made the decision a long time ago that that was not going to be any more than a level 3 house because of what happens to it as it gets bigger. Incan. It is the newest Incan house, and the you'll recognize, you should recognize this house, I believe. Yes, I think this house is the original house. This one right here, but we'll see. House 1, 2. No, this is it. So the other house is the original house, the hill house, and that's this one right here. So this is the one where a portion of the house is underground and the other portion is above ground, and at level 5 it looks like this. So that is the Incan house. That was the traditional Incan house. There was another house that was added, and this is level 1, 2, 3. So this is the level that I'm using. I'm using this level 3, which looks like this. Level 4 looks like this, and level 5 looks like this. That's all that happens with this house. So I don't care about these colors, and I don't care about the materials that are being used. There is an extra bed upstairs. I don't care about that. We don't need an extra bed in this room. This room doesn't change. It just gets light and colors in the floors and walls, and we can do something about that. And I would like to do something about that with the house that we're working on right now. So because there's no real difference between 3 and 5, it doesn't expand out or anything. It's still the same footprint. Then we might as well just have level 3 and do whatever we want with it. And level 3 allows for a family, a couple and their kid to live here, which I really like. And they still have the attic. So in that respect, it's good. And then the reason I'm widening it is to give them just a tiny bit more space around the bed and in the living area. There really isn't any place to cook. This is going to be really tight as far as getting some cooking stuff done in here. So let's X that out. And that's what we're working on right now. And that's the reason why I'm not using the level 5. And I know I could go into creative and give them level 5 status, but I'm not so much interested in that at this particular point. I'm interested in the builder being able to build it. So the builder was able to build it up to level 3. And this is the thing that is really interesting to me when it comes to people who are Vincentius Primus. We were talking about it earlier, right before the stream. That happens, that sometimes people play and they're like, oh, it's too slow. And it's like, too slow for what exactly? Too slow to say that you could have your town built? I don't know. But what I have always done while they're building, which is the reason why I build infrastructure and let them build the town, is for that thing of, oh, it's too slow. If I build the infrastructure, it helps them get to where they need to go faster. And I like doing that. And it's better because I get to see what I'm doing. If I can do it in big stretches of building the road. The other thing too, I used to do, I don't do it as much anymore, is I used to build the houses to level 5 right away. And the reason I don't do that anymore is because there's so much going on in these new towns. In Minecolonies, the way it is in 20, there's so much going on that it's much easier for them to at least build the buildings, and that allows me to go back and do what I'm doing right now. So what am I doing right now? I'm interior designing this house while they're building the university, the housing that's going to be for the university in this area where these 2 university buildings are. We actually are putting in separate housing, a dorm for them. So we have it here. And you can see Hira is fast at work doing that. And Ainsley is waiting for materials to be delivered to her. And then she will begin working on the geology building, on the Earth Sciences building. So those 2 they're building. And what is Lila doing? What is Lindsay doing? Lila is, if I'm not mistaken, Lila is upgrading one of the couriers. She is waiting for materials to upgrade the courier. And Lindsay is making this guard tower a level 5. So this will be the first level 5, I think, guard tower in the entire place. And this was one of the first guard towers. The original guard tower that we had when there were wagon trains used to sit right where this house is. So that one is gone. This is the second one that was there. But now Jackson, this was his, Jackson has moved to the waterfront. This is where he, oh yes, it looks like a cave. Hira is making a cave. This is where Jackson is now. This is his guard tower on the waterfront. And when he's not in his guard tower, he's in this balloon. And this balloon is his. This is looking like that's something coming directly from the hell. We'll put the hand out and catch you through the screen. Oh yeah. He's talking about the hole that Hira is making for the university housing, the dorm. The dorm is actually inside the hill. It is an ancient Athens piece. It's one of the new residences from the new style that Minecolonies team worked on Twitch, and they just finished it and just released it in this last week. And so we are going to make one of the residences that is included in this style. One of the really nice things that shows you that Minecolonies team is really cool, they're starting to put more than one residence in a style. The understanding that, you know, having an entire town full of just one type of house isn't always interesting to most everybody. I'm sure there are some people who are fine with little boxes on the hillside, but it is nice to have the style actually offer you a choice. And so a lot of the styles have added an extra house to them. Now with the roof, I would have to raise this room. I think I would need to raise that room in order to get it. Let me count 1, 2, 3. Let me go and look at the other one. I think that I raised the roof in order to get the straight ceiling that we have here. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that there. 1, 2, sure enough, 4. Okay. Do I want to do that this time? We're underneath the rock there. And I'm trying to think, I guess there's enough room. No, I don't want to do that. Look at this. See that right there? So what we'll need to do is to actually have this be something else. What? I don't know yet. Let me use a pickaxe for this. I'm not really sure. If anything, I could take this part off. See, there's no roof here. This is the attic. I could take this part off and do what? Do what? Make it square here? Make this be square in some kind of way? Let me look at something for a minute. Let me find some others. See how this is like this? I could do this. Ooh, that might be interesting. If we took this off and actually made that glass on top. Ooh. And then had, so how do we get this part to come? This would have to come up right here. So this wall, let's just use this for a second. This wall would come up like this on both sides. And this wall here come up like this. Let's get that. So this is going to be flat, essentially, and then have the shingles on the side parts. And then what shingles are we going to put on the side parts? And then what do we want to do about glass in that piece there? Do we want to use the greenhouse glass? Let's see what it looks like. Do we need to bring it up one more in order to do that? We most certainly do. We would need to bring it up to here in order to do that. We can bring it up flat to there. Let's try that for a minute. So we have that. I don't know. I'm not sure what I want to do. Let me think. What tempo, Captain? A Taranteller. I don't think we have to do anything. I think this is what it would look like. What's that? We're not using polished deep slate. What is this? This is cobblestone extras. Isn't that spruce? That is spruce. What is this here? Is that spruce? That is spruce. Okay. He's drinking his serum. This is just the attic open upstairs. There's rock over top, so nobody's going to get wet. And we're going over here. I'm going to the saloon. I should let everyone get to bed. So why don't we do that for a minute? Let's look for everyone. There's Chalia doing, where are you going? There's Jackson. Okay. And everyone is in bed over here. I don't see a lot of movement. So everyone's in bed here. Everyone's okay down in the field. You have an idea. Ooh, okay. And we'll do this. We have all of these together. And then let me just go down to the other end. I'm listening. I'm listening. And we'll just look here for a moment. And I think we're good to go. Do we need to get another guard tower on this side? Do we want to put a guard tower right here on this right here? A matching guard tower like the one that's on that side. It would expand the border. We maybe could do that. We could do a second one of these guard towers right here and have one on each side of this location. I know it's really dark. I'm headed towards the hill across the river, but see how this part is here like this? So there's a guard tower there that's going to be very tall, and there is a guard tower here. You think we should have an inn near of an inn, INN, near the geology university? Yes, that is what you're saying. It's just a long way to the saloon, isn't it? It is. And we can't have an inn. We can't have an inn. We can only have one tavern. That's the problem that we were having on the other side. We can't have another one of those. The closest thing that we can do Alexi has a restaurant right here, but it's a little fast food restaurant. What we would have to find is a bigger restaurant of some sort, but that's an interesting thing. And let me see here. First of all, put on a new roof. Okay, I will put that on in just a minute. Let's put these here for a minute. Yes, I know it is the thing that there is not a solution for, unless there is one in the new style. So let's come over here for a minute since you brought that up. I want to see what they're showing for the restaurants. If there's more than one style of restaurant in ancient Athens. This is ancient Athens, fundamentals, restaurant. So see, there's still only one. And let's see what it looks like here. And there it is, you can see it. We're gonna raise it up off of the mountaintops so we can see what belongs to this building. It is just a big, what's that building in Greece? It's actually one of those. Then there we are. So that is the restaurant right here. It's actually nice on the inside. It has a kitchen, it has storage, and everyone is eating outside under the clouds. So we can't use that. I've been through almost all of them now. I don't know that there's anything. I don't know that I've looked at dark dust. Let me look at dark dust for a second and see what the restaurant looks like. I can't even build another tavern and say that that's going to be the new tavern. If I do that, I'd have to destroy the old tavern, which means that the saloon wouldn't work anymore as a saloon. Hanging spices? Really? Let's go back for a minute. Ancient? I missed that? Hold on a second. That's the kind of stuff that I love. Let's look at level 5 for a minute. Let's go inside. Ah, yes, I see. Nice job. So, you know, those are roots and those are glow flowers, and very nice. And then a place where they broil meat, probably, and then the rest of their kitchen, and where they serve wine, and out the back door. And you have to note that. Yeah, that's a good idea. See the new trees that Ray loves making these new trees. They're domum ornamentum, and they're really great for making a tree not look like having a different way of having the trees, and I really like that. However, all that aside, because that ain't gonna work. We were going to look at dark dust for a second because I don't remember the restaurant for a second. You like that? I do too. Of course, it's the last one that they did, so they've taken all the ideas from all of the places and put them all together, which is really cool. Really cool. Speaking of ideas, you have a crazy one for the next season of the server where you play. Oh, ooh, do tell. Do tell. Let's look at restaurant and dark dust and the level 5. See, this is just a restaurant, and it's a good fast food restaurant, but we have a couple We have the level 1 and 2 of the Savannah. Use Minecolonies builder capacity to create water in the nether, to build a huge sea in the nether, to build an underwater colony there. Wow. Okay, that would be intense. That would be intense. I know what he's saying. So in other words, having pirates raid in the nether, that would be wild. So what McSessa is saying, that when you build an underwater base, all the buildings contain water on the outside, and you would begin to have all those buildings create an underwater ocean. Am I understanding you correctly, McSessa? Nether pirates. That would be fascinating. That definitely would. That would be fascinating. I kind of like this. I haven't built this. And yeah, that would definitely be something. That would definitely be something. Wow. I think there are still some of mine on the old Monster to Mermaid on YouTube, which has the green background. I did start another colony at one point. I think it was 16. But yeah, that's there still. There's my music. And I'm looking at the time. The thing that would be interesting about using dark dust is that we could actually change it into clay instead of leaving it like the bank building. The bank building is special because it's a bank and they were trying to make it secure. The issue is to place the supply ship. It needs water. So maybe it can't be placed in the nether. Even if you have water, will be harder than you thought, but worth a try. Yeah, because the nether supply ship isn't that the beginning? It needs, I know what it looks like. It kind of floats. Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. What I want is a tavern. There's a way that the taverns are that isn't available. Restaurants don't usually have it. Maybe nether supply ship has lava block instead of water. So if you started it with a nether supply ship, so when I started with a Caledonian airship when I started building in the nether. And the Caledonian airship made it possible for me to not have to put it down on the ground anywhere. And all I had to do was make sure that the ladder was on solid ground somewhere so that they would have the Caledonian ship to go back to. You might consider that. You could use the Caledonian because it doesn't need nether. It's not like a nether ship, which would need lava. And you could use that, McSessa. Let's try looking at, I'm going to look at, Shire for a minute. The Shire I think there are 2 restaurants in Shire. Let's switch for a second. We're going to run out of time here with Rosa Ouro, and we'll have to come back to this at another time. But let's look at Shire restaurants for a minute. There are 2. The Tavern restaurant is supposed to be built onto the tavern, and see, the tavern would be sitting there, and then this is the restaurant piece for it. And let's see, but this is all it is. Wait, level 5, this is only level 1. Tavern restaurant level 5. So there's the kitchen. Okay, so we've got the kitchen here. What's this? What's down here? Ah, storage down here. And the kitchen up here. And where's the service? Here's one service area. Where's the rest of the service? This is actually kind of interesting. Let's look what's here. What's underneath? Whoa! Ooh! Oh my gosh! Look at this. MXS is saying in chat, yes, could be the plan, but you like the idea to have the underwater town hall, which needs to do, you would need to do some tests and then persuade Matlam that it's a great idea. Okay. I can't wait to hear about this. I can't wait to see pictures. Look at this, you guys. What's interesting about this is that I might be able to just stick this against a rock in that area. Let's go look for a second. It would be intense, wouldn't it? Trying to make it so that first you go and you kidnap Matlam. Oh no, he doesn't have to use that kind of force. He has to make it sound intriguing. Sound like it's more intriguing than it is crazy. And that would work. If we put a guard in, we could use this last little space here, but we would need another guard tower to sit right here, and there's no guarantee that it would stretch this part of the border enough. See this piece of border right here? I'm not sure that that would stretch it far enough. Let me look and see if it was on the ground. The lowest one is right here. This is 71, so this is the ground level for them. If it was on the ground, it would have to be as low as this. It would have to be down here with this. Mr. Villager. Honey is much, much, much better as a way of enticing someone. Honey is so much better than force. It's just a matter of finding something that intrigues him about the whole idea. It really is. Let me see how far down on the ground this is. This is at level 64. That's at ground, that's at practically at water level. So if we were down here at 64, let's see how much room we have. Let's come here, let's X. Let's come here. This is 64 I'm standing on. Let's do this again. Residence. Do you still want a school underneath the university? Which university? Hold on for a second, and let's do the restaurant for a minute. Let's do the tavern restaurant, and let's do the level 5 of the tavern restaurant just to look at it for a minute. The school would be under this. I think there's a school actually under this university, the Geology University. We already have a cliff school on the other side. We weren't going to put one under here, but to have the tavern, here's the problem. Where's the entrance for this tavern building? I forgot about that. Everyone would have to enter through the kitchen. There actually isn't any other entrance because this is supposed to be connected to a tavern. So because it's supposed to be connected to a tavern, it doesn't actually have a real entrance. Thank you everybody for your patience. You're absolutely right. It can't be done like that. I would have to build an entrance. Would they use it? I don't know. I'll have to think about that. That is a question for another day because we are now out of time for this. Are you eating in the water? Are you eating? The sun just set. And she's going home. She's living in this building here. She's going upstairs to one of the apartments upstairs. And I think she's going into the apartment building first. Oh, it looks like she might live there. Okay. What to do with the school? I haven't gotten to the part where the school is yet under here. But if I'm not mistaken, you're right. There is a school in the basement of this university. And we just haven't gotten there yet. When we get there, we'll think about it. We don't really have any family homes over in this area. So that is going to infringe a little bit on whether we should have one or not. She bathed eating. Well, she wasn't really bathing. She wasn't bathing. She was fishing. So in a way, it would be like a fisherman having a beer while he is fishing, or having a sandwich while he's fishing. She just happened to be in the water. So this will be interesting. But right now, here we go. We're going to Prasino. So sadly, people, we lost someone in Prasino. After the stream was over yesterday, when I was trying to get a thumbnail picture, I received a notification that the alchemist, Camilla, had been seriously injured handling lava in her shop, and she did not survive it. And so unfortunately, Tessa lost her daughter. And earlier we were talking about Tessa and Patricia losing. Tessa lost Easton, and who is Patricia's father, and then she lost her daughter, who Patricia was raised with. And so there's Alamar. Alamar, did you want to ask me something? She was standing there like she wanted to ask me something. And so let me change my view. So because it was lava, Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. It was like, lava? What lava? So the only thing that I can think, Mixasa, so we're going to come here, is that she got stuck on top of this before it was finished. This was in between a whole bunch of different things. And the only thing that I can think is that she was standing on top of this and couldn't get out. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Johnny Shocking. How are you? And that's all I can think. Mixasa, I think it was a freak accident. I really do. I can't imagine. I didn't think it was even possible that a lava cauldron could burn you. I mean, can you stand on them? I don't know, but there's no question. That was the notice that I got, was that she died of lava, and that is the only lava, and it matched, by the way, it matched the coordinates. I thought that maybe she died of lava over here, that maybe she was doing something, and you know how close they want to get to this lava sometimes when they're in the water. But it was freaky. I'm not even sure you can add any protection for that. I mean, you've made the alchemist before and nothing happened. The only thing I can think is that she was working at the time, because this is a level 2, level 3 now of this building. And this is finished, by the way. I just realized it looks like Ainsley has actually finished it. Let me check here. This is gorgeous, by the way, Mixasa. Johnny, how are you? Johnny Shocking, I see you there in chat. And yes, she is done, and this is a level 3. Yes, but since I checked the coordinates, there's no question with the coordinates. They were literally right here where this is. It was 2448. And yeah, and it was like, but that would mean that she was standing in the cauldron. It's like, I don't understand. So yeah. Aw, thank you, Johnny. You do know that this is Minecolonies, right? And Minecolonies, the nature of Minecolonies is that there are these people who have all gotten together and they build buildings. And these are not my designs. These, as a matter of fact, Mixasa is one of the style designers of the design that you're looking at here that's on the cliff. This is Mixasa and Matlon's designs. And then the Minecolonies colonists, they actually build the buildings. And so this is their actual design here. And you think that you could add some block above at level 2 so the cauldron will be produced during the upgrade. Cauldron will be protected during, oh, okay, that sounds like a good idea. Merci beaucoup, because that makes a big difference. And over here with the other village that we have a variety of different styles of buildings that we are using together to create this town that we're calling Prasino right here. And this is all Minecolonies. Postco is putting in a new farm in this area. And he is getting it done. It is slow, but he is getting it done. And while he's getting it done, we're going to look at some things. The fifth message, that death was a little goofy, yeah. You worked as an alchemist during your past. Really? Cool. Cool. It's comic that lava in a cauldron makes you burst into flames, but it doesn't hurt Endermen if they are in a cauldron with water. It doesn't? Do they get into a cauldron with water? How do you get them? I bet they like, haha, you think I'm here, but I'm not really. Because Endermen, you know, they have that thing where they can travel, they can bend dimensions. And that's the reason Vincentius Primus has always said that you never actually kill Endermans when you get the Ender Pearl or when they go away. That's why you can hear them screaming after they die. You can still hear them screaming because they didn't die. They just get to the point where they're mad and they just go back to their dimension. That they're mad that you forced them to go back to their dimension. And so, but it was a fascinating thing. I've always thought it was fascinating, but that is Vincentius Primus's lore story for Minecraft, that the Endermen never die. They just give up their pearls. And that's what they do. So yeah, and they hate water. And yeah. So so because it was a lava death, there was no grave. And so even though it said that you could collect a grave, when I got there, there was nothing there, and she did not collect before I got there. Otherwise, that name would be on the list, and it's not. So, and I assume that it's not because it was a fiery death, and usually that means that there's nothing left to claim. There's no body. And so yeah. So yeah, the Endermen are still screaming after they're gone. How is that possible? And it is something to think about. I killed them. How can you still hear them after they are gone? So that's why Vilcrates always threw thought, what if we just light the entire world? Oh, you mean not to have any of the mobs light the entire world? That would do it. Does it work? I'm sure it works, having permanent day. Permanent day. That's how some people do it. But the way we do it is we have treaties. And we have to do it that way because even in the Nether, the villagers, I should say the citizens of Minecolonies, they actually go to sleep. You can't use a bed, but the Minecolonies people have to sleep, and they go to sleep in the Nether. They've arranged it so they go to sleep in the Nether. And so, wait, did I go to sleep? No, I just looked at the bed. So yeah. So you could have a situation where there was never night, and it would be interesting. I prefer treaties. I prefer dealing with the mobs because I'm a mob. I'm a mer. So essentially I am a monster, and because I'm a mermaid, and as such prefer dealing with other monsters by creating treaties, dealing with pirates, dealing with barbarians, dealing with the undead, all with treaties, and it works better that way. And there we are. Artificial sun. That would be interesting. So there would be lights on all the time, everywhere. I guess you can do that. If you're in survival, you still have to make all the lights. And there are a couple mods. Where can I go? Where am I close to? The university. Let's go in the university for a minute. No, I can't teach anything in the university. I need to go somewhere where I can teach something for a minute. Let's go into the town hall. No, I can't teach anything there either, can I? I don't think so. Let's go into Alamar's for a minute. I'm looking for one of the hut blocks where I can teach, so I can show. This one will work. And crafting recipes, teach recipe. So over here, one of them is, there's a couple ones for torches that have special torches just for what Vilcrates is talking about, and that is spawns in a torch wherever it lands. So there's a torch launcher. They have stone torches which are brighter than wooden torches, and then they have special kinds of torches. And down here, here's one, a mega torch, which prevents natural spawning of hostile monsters in a big radius around the torch. So Torchmaster is the mod, and because of course everyone wants some solution, and there's one of them, Mega Torch. Silent Gear I thought had one too, but I don't see them showing. Other than that, there's all different kinds of torches, but the mega torch was the one that I was thinking about. So in a town the size of ours, you would probably put down maybe 5 mega torches, would cover maybe the entire town based on how big the area is for it, just to put in the town part. And then on Guardian's Rock you would have another set or something like that, and that's how you would do it. You think a detail that you love in Pagoda is the fact that a lot of the workshops have like an open area for selling and a worker's back door. They did such an amazing job with those, and they do, the shops definitely do. It was one of the cool things about Underwater Base when Matlam and Mixasa did it, that the Fletcher and all the different shops were able to be retail shops, and that was really fun. And Thaler has this set up as a retail shop. People can come in and see things, and then where he works is back here, and this is where he mixes his dyes, and he dyes fabric colors. And up here, this is where he keeps his supplies, up in this area here, and all of this is here together. So this is the dye shop. Alamar, who's the Fletcher, her shop is open air this way. So when this shop is complete, she will have wares displayed in this area here, and then this is her workshop back here, where she has things that she does in this part. The fletchery is now one of your favorite. It has like a small attached wooden room, like the second floor of a sawmill, but larger. Yeah, it does. The fletchery kind of does. Or are you thinking of the dye shop? That was the dye shop that we were just in. This is the fletchery here. I like that it has two different doors. So this is the door that she opens up in the morning, and then when she's ready to do the shop, she brings all her merchandise out and sets it out here. And this door is open during the daytime for when she's working. But when she needs to receive supplies, they don't come through the shop. They actually come through this side door right here. That's the same for this building, for the coffee shop. The supplies don't come through this door. They actually come through this back door right here. And this back door is right near the kitchen. And so the suppliers can just come in here and bring the supplies, which just happens to be the farms being right over here. That's a bakery. And there's Ryan. And Buster Adventure. Hi, how are you? You just think it's a bit strange, the selling side and the workshop of the dyer, both are open, but you think the workshop is like supposed to be near a river. Usually it is, and I agree with you on that. But the reason it's open is because dyes, have you ever smelled a dye shop? It's toxic. So all of these colors and things and the smells that come with them, I mean, even if they're natural, you have these huge floral scents. You would have a headache if you were in an enclosed building with those scents all day long. And so that is the way I think about that. That is special fonts. I see that, Buster. I see that indeed. So yes, so I agree, Mr. Villager, but I tell the story that yes, the smell of the dyes, even if they're these beautiful flower scents, would be so strong that you would have a headache. So that's the reason why this is outside. And in this area, see, there's nobody really except Elise's shop. And speaking of Elise's shop, even Elise's upstairs, like if we were giving her a balcony up here, we'll have to consider that. We did give her a balcony right here. But she probably would only use it occasionally, like when he's dyeing things. She probably wouldn't be up here, but it might not be as strong because it's outside and it's getting, the wind is carrying it away. So it might not be too strong for Elise when she's in her workshop. The sun is going down. That's what we're seeing. Is it? Yeah, it's 5 o'clock, 5:30. And people are going to start going home. There's Marvin, who is our sugar farmer, and Kasem is still waiting for Posco to finish his new farm. And I'm thinking, Mr. Villager, that I think I might use an Incan house like the ones in Rosa Ouro. I might use one of those out here near the farm. I might do that. We'll see. So there's the farm now, and Postco is still waiting for some materials. We can go in the morning. Why don't we go in the morning and check? Everyone's going home. You can see them now. How are you, Buster? How is everything going with you? And this is all the people going to their houses. I love seeing that. They're all going home. We have people going home here. Oh yeah, when Elise upgraded the flower shop, and she trimmed back that tree. So we'll have to do something about it. Let's go over to here. I'm going to sleep in the enchanters. Look, everyone's still awake over here. So let's wait for some of these people to go home. There goes Valerie. She's going home right now. Who is this? Who's that right there? That's one of the kids going home. And she probably lives right here. Yes, she does. Okay, and she's going home. Ah, look at that. And there are some of the kids who are firefighters in their homes. You just love these mangrove doors on the construction office. Didn't they work out really nice? That was your idea. I'm almost positive that that was your idea, and it was a great idea. And there's Ilberic coming home to Susanna. Susanna lives there. Actually, they both live there. And he was coming home. He is a druid. He is the fire chief. I know you can't see anything. Let me turn on the light. Can I find the light switch here? There it is. So this is the enchanter suite, and we're going to spend the night here. And in the morning, look, there's the grove. Look, there's the grove. I'm leaned over like I'm looking out the window. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's do this. Susanna will be here in a moment. She gets up pretty early because Ilberic goes back to work really early. And there she is. We just saw her come down from her balloon. Aww. That looked like Ilberic was. Is that Ilberic? Did you see that? Something happened out there. It was either Ilberic or one of her kids. Because her kids are still here. Colors are like food. Some can be mixed with others, and others must be used alone. This is definitely true. So they reached the level 5, the level 4. This is only the level 4. They reached the level 4 before Rosa Ouro did with this building. And then Rosa Ouro will get the level 4 as soon as they finish doing universities. And see this here? This is Valerie working on the balloon. And the balloon is getting more and more. Wow. Look at all this underneath here. Ooh, look at the balloon. It is so cool. I love it. It's just going to be so fun when it's done. There are more things on the top deck, and we'll see in a little bit. Philosophic, yes. Yes, I agree. I agree. All right. And yeah, it was one of the things that Amicia, when Kamala got the burns, Amicia was here, so she was able to rush down to Kamala, but the burns were too bad. The burns were too bad. Hold on a second. Okay. If she's done with this, uh-oh, I think I need chocolate. I'm gonna take a minute and have some chocolate. Mmm. 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 I forgot about this. I forgot about this on the outside of the alchemist underneath. There is a vat, and that looks really interesting, doesn't it? It definitely does. This is one of the trees here. See the rest of the tree right there? I'm not sure we can save that tree, but I'm leaving it, oops, for the time being. Uh-oh. I'm leaving it for the time being until we see what the rest of this looks like under here. But we probably could cut that tree down. And just, there's still some greenery in this area, some leaves, but they don't show up here. This tree is actually this tree and this tree. So yeah, we actually don't need these poor babies right here. It does look pretty though, doesn't it? Isn't that a nice tank? It really is. It's a wonderful tank underneath. And that is really cool with its lid and everything, and you can see that it's connected to the inside where she's producing stuff. From the nowhere, the stream almost became a I don't know what that last word is. Uh-oh, it's raining. I like the way that looks up there, but I don't have a tree. I guess I could add a tree later. I'm going to leave it for now. And I like the leaves being on the wall there. And so what I think I'll do is make a smaller tree closer when this is a level 5. That would, I beg your pardon, that would justify those leaves being there. And then these trees can grow back. They're trimmed now because of the construction, but we could have these trees actually get filled in on this side after this is done. Can you see that? Yeah, you actually can. Okay. But it's raining very hard. And Asmir, ASMR, became ASMR. I would have to. I have no idea. So this tree also, but this is still a level 4 here. Or it's now a level 4. It was a level 3. It just became a level 4 just recently, Tessa. And Tessa, it's interesting that this house was being made a level 4 during the time that her daughter passed away, so she could sort of throw herself into her work and not be concerned about that. And the church is done here, and we're waiting for the undertaker, who is still at the university, to be trained. And we can take a look for a minute and see if she's ready. Let's come here. Hello, everyone. Let's come here and let's look. Blakely is going to be the undertaker, and she is only up to an 11 so far. She needs to be at least as high as Raylan is. She needs to be at least a 30 before she can go and work. So she has a little ways to go for getting ready. She does have all the other things that she needs to be. Yeah, I could have her do what some of the others do, where all her skills will be in the things that are necessary for her as an undertaker. And undertakers only need strength, I think. And let's go see for a second. Oops. They only need strength and one other thing. Yeah, see, they do need mana. So she does need mana. So this is why she is at the university, and she'll be ready to do that when the time comes. Violetta is the librarian at the Guardians Rock University. And Fallon doesn't have the abilities, is not showing. Callie is the druid who came in, but Callie has a balloon that she brought with her, so she intends to be on Guardians Rock. And Tucker is the town founder. And Haley, whose kid is Haley? Hold on for a second. Let me look at something. Let me look at kids for a minute, and let me see. This is Prasino children. Let's look for Haley for a second. Haley is from the 3rd generation. She is. She's Bryn and Jeffries. Oh, how interesting. So we didn't want her to go to the Rock because she's Bryn and Jeffrey's only child. Braylon, I said Bryn. Braylon and Jeffrey's only kid. And because Jennifer already went to the Rock, Jennifer is a courier, if I'm not mistaken. Haley could actually do the Undertaker job now. She doesn't have as much strength, but it's not the strength so much as it's the ability to recognize the dead as being dead or being alive. And that's the way I'm looking at the Undertaker. I know that the green is the one that they're supposed to have the most of, but this is the way I'm playing with this. Blakely is probably going, no, that's okay, Haley can have it. Because she is not becoming a, her mana isn't going up that quickly. Granted, it hasn't been that long, but it's not going up that quickly. So we could have her do it. Let's look at, I just think that's interesting. Let's look at the others for a minute. The reason we picked Blakely, let's find researchers, is because her strength is a 10. And so that's a good thing, Mr. Villager. What do you think? Should we wait for Blakely? Blakely's parents are Lily and Jace. They're Blakely's parents. And we could wait for Blakely, or we could have Haley right now. What do you think? What do you think? Inquiring minds want to know. And judging, we will probably be waiting a long time. So I think it's going to be my decision. I am just surprised that Haley is still here. And I think she would rather still be in town with her parents. Let's do her. She is a kid, so she will grow and she will get more, but she already has it. So let's make her the Undertaker. We're going to make Haley the Undertaker. Like I said, Blakely is going, whew! And Haley needs to live somewhere. Let's find out where Haley is living. I think her parents are up here. Oh wait, what am I talking about? It was right there. And it's just an old habit. I totally forgot. The issue with the Undertaker is that they raise their skill only when they have work. So when you have death in the colony, yeah, so that is not going to be a good thing. So yeah, so let's look here for a minute. Lives 85 blocks from here. I'm going to say that's okay. It's a fairly long walk. She's not going to complain, but we'll show you where she lives. She actually lives in this white house here with her parents, and I think her sister, and she was sharing a room with her sister right here. There's Brayland also. That's her mother, is sleeping in this bedroom with her. I wonder, oh, because she was talking to her mother about becoming an Undertaker. And her mother is like, I guess so. Is that what you really want to do? I think Dad is sleeping over there in one of the other rooms. Do I have a room here for them to sleep together? Should I take this out and make this a full bed in here? Should I widen this part right here and make it a full bed? That would be an interesting thing to do. Hold on. Let's see. Do I have a sleeping? Yes, I'm going to sleep in there on their floor. All right, so look what we're going to do. So we're doing it in both of them. That is so strange how that works out. Let's look at this room for a minute. This is the main room in the house, this bedroom right here. This bedroom right here that comes up from the stairs right here. This bedroom is above the kitchen, and that's the bedroom that they take ladder up to. But this one right here, let's bring this one out. So are we ready? Let's do this. Let's take this calcite and let's take this right here, and we'll have to figure out what we're going to put on top of it when we get done. But let's bring it out too. You have to bring it out enough so that we have enough room. I'm bringing it out, but then I'm going to have to take away a portion of it on the inside. I'm just putting this part right here. So see what I see? So we have to have something for the floor right here. So what is the floor made out of? The floor is made out of calcite in this area. So we'll bring the floor all the way out to this part right here. Okay, so we have the floor, we have the window, and let's put these in for the windows. Nope, have to put them in from the inside. So let's go in and do it. We're going to end up putting this up. And this is the place that we're talking about right here. Don't need an axe. Let's take the pickaxe here because this is stone, and let's pull this out. Hi Sam, how are you? Hi, first time, welcome, welcome. It's very nice to see you. And let's take this away because we're bringing it out a second one right here. So see how we have that part there? This is coming all the way out to here. It's supposed to be anyway. I think I would like it to. So let's do this. I need a wall on the outside. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Nah, we're going to have wall on the inside of the wood piece right there, and on the inside of this. So this is just going to be a little indentation part right here. Is that sitting on top of, oh, look at that. Okay, so that is ceiling is actually, what you call it, a shingle. So let's come down. How are you, Sam? You're good? Ah, very good. Very, very good. So we're making a little piece that sticks out like this, right in this part right here. And let's put this piece of the window right there. And this is the problem I have right here. What do I want to put on this? I suppose I could put this. Let's see what this looks like. If we put this here. That doesn't look good, does it? Does that look like anything? I don't know that that looks like anything there. Let's come up for a minute. Oh, that's not so bad. And this, so what's supporting this? we're definitely going to have the stairs here. Let's go and get some calcite stairs for a minute. Yes, that is true. That is true. Calcite. Let's come here and let's put some calcite under here to hold this up. There we are. So that's going to hold that part up there. And then the roof part is there. Now let's go in and look at the windows. So they're using these windows. This whole building is using these. So we can put these in. And here we are. Okay, now we have a problem, Houston. This is calcite and this is calcite shingles. This is 3 up, 1, 2, 3, so we can't do anything there. In this part, what we can do is we can, I think, use architect cutter. Let's try the architect cutter. We have all of this now. Architect cutter, let's get some calcite. Let's get a couple pieces just in case, and let's put this down, and let's do this. Let's get panel, let's get this. Let's see if I can put this up here. That's what we want. That works. What am I going to do about that line? Should I go ahead and put this in? I think I am. I think that's what we're going to do. So this is going to be just the tiniest bit lower. Right there, but they can still use the beds. We're going to add another bed here. And now we've got this big, beautiful white room. And we can put some things in here. Why don't we start with this? And I'm going to find some furniture. Shingle slabs from down. Oh yeah, they have the weirdest look. They do indeed. They do. Let's have these go away. They're in the room. Let's look at books. Oh, that's pretty. Look at the bamboo. The chiseled. That's not bamboo. What is that? Oh. Oh. That's very curious, isn't it? I kind of like it as a match to those, but let me see if I can get bamboo books. Let's get books. It's easier. Let's come down to the book area and let's look at, are there some? I was thinking there should be, but I do not see any. So no, there isn't actually. Yeah, so that actually matches. Why don't we use that? Why don't we use that piece there? Kind of like that because of that. What is under here? Floor. What is, let me come down here with this for a minute. Let me see how tall this is. We could cover this. I think we might want to cover this if we want to put in carpet upstairs. We could cover this ceiling right here, and then we can put in carpet upstairs and it wouldn't show what color we were putting in. We'll have to put a piece here for a moment so that we can put this piece here. The light is missing from the table. I know it's dark. I'm just going to put one of these here for right now, but I can't. I can set it on the table. I'll set it on the table for right now. Did someone come and go to bed yet? Not yet. How did I put that there? And that's very odd. But I did get that to go there. Isn't that interesting? So everyone's sleeping in the other rooms in the house. Braylon's coming here to sleep tonight, which means that Jeffrey is going to talk to Haley, I think. Yep, Jeffrey's talking to Haley tonight and trying to make sure that Haley understands the nature of the job that she's doing. So Braylon is a sifter, so they work underground. Jeffrey is a crusher. It might be the other way around. That's how they met. They both work in the same area. They met underground, and now their kid, one of their kids, is talking about having this life where let's get the lantern here, they go down into this hole and they spend a lot of time cleaning and taking care of everything that's under here. And Haley is saying, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. And so we're going to be like, okay, that's fine. This is a level 5. We're going to get rid of these. And I think that's all for now. This against this wall here, I'm not sure about. But I'll think about that. The fact that there is fence going all the way around in this part right here, I don't know. I might take down this part right here. Just take it down one more, just so that that is clear on that side. I could do that, right? I could. Let's get a shovel. I know it's nighttime, but we're going to go in and pull out a sleeping bag, and we're going to sleep in the church for the night. Close the door, and look at, there's room right up front to just curl up with the sleeping bag and go to sleep. And we see that Valerie is working on, wait, what's Emery working on? Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. What is Emery working on? I wonder if Emery is feeling bad because Emery might feel like it was her fault. You could make a nice pattern with the shingle slabs. Yeah, I think so. I think we can do that. And let's come over here for a second. So Emery finished working on this, and Emery is working on stuff at this level. So the graveyard is a level 5. Nope, sorry, the graveyard needs to be a level 5. The graveyard is only a level 3. The forester is only a level 3, and the warehouse is a level 3. This is what we need. We actually need the nether ambassador to be able to go to work. So we are going to have Emery work on the nether ambassador so that Royal can begin to do his job. Right now, all he's doing is research on being an ambassador. And so let's have Emery start working on this. She's going to upgrade. Hi, Royal. No, not yet. I'm going to upgrade, and then you'll be able to go. He's like, can I go? Can I go? No, and plus you have to wait for the doctor. You have to wait for the doctor. So he's going back to what he was doing. And then this is a level 3. This is the warehouse on the rock. And the warehouse on the rock is specifically so that the firefighters actually are able to be able to have the things that they need. And that's what this is. You forgot who Royal was? Royal is Kawabata's child, her son that she raised. She actually raised him on the rock after he went to school. So he went to grade school. Everyone moves into town to go to the grade school. Or it's not really grade school for them, it's primary, because they go to that school from kindergarten till they're ready for university. So it's a primary school that they go to. And so Kawabata moved into town to go to primary school. And then when he was ready for university, she moved back to the rock. And because she was the ambassador. Kawabata originally, if you remember, was the carpenter here. But like Bega, Kawabata was a carpenter who had these amazing druid skills. And it's like, well, obviously the druid sent you here in order to have someone in town who, whoops, Jennifer just stepped in front of me, who could keep an eye on the town. And that's what she was doing. But then when it came time to have another ambassador, that is what she was skilled to do. And so she became the nether ambassador then. And yeah, so we're going to go back to Jennifer and Jeffrey's house in just a minute, as soon as I put this in. So the reason that I'm adding an extra bed is to give the illusion that this married couple is actually going to sleep together. They're not, because that bed isn't marked by Minecolonies to be a bed that they will use, but that has never stopped them from sleeping together. And so just having, so I like to suggest that they are sleeping together. What's on the other side of this? Oh, look what we found. We found shingles and nothing else. This is excellent, because now we can take a wardrobe, OBE. Let me see how many different wardrobe pieces we have. We could maybe use this wardrobe, or we could use this wardrobe, the palm wardrobe, with, let's go to books and get the other piece of that. There it is. Let's get this and see if we want to do both of these. If we did the Dunler, is that what it is, I think? Let's see what that looks like when I take it away. It looks like that. That's different. It's different, and I'm not sure that I want it here. I think I'm going to save that for someplace else. For here, what I'm going to put in is my traditional thing that I put in here, and that is this setup. And there we go. So that is in here. And now if I want to put carpet on that floor right there, because there's no question that that is calcite stone. Let's look at the woods. Without biomes of plenty, we don't have a lot of woods anymore. And with biomes of plenty, there were so many different kinds of wood that we had all these different things that we could use as carpet. We could maybe use stripped palm. Let's see what stripped palm looks like as carpet. Let's look at, that's palm itself. And I don't think that's going to look good, but let me see something for a minute. Let's pull this out. Let's put in carpet right here, and let's see what this looks like. It looks like carpet. That's interesting. It's not striping. That's actually good. That's curious. That looks like a woven rug, doesn't it? Which is usually what happens with wood, which makes it fun. I think that works as a carpet up here. Let's put in a chair of some sort. And let's come here and put in the chair. Do we want a chair, or do we want a sofa? Let's look at sofas for a minute. S-O-F-A. I don't know, it could be green or orange. The green is pretty good. Oh, we could use this. Let's see what this looks like. Let's get some fantasy for a minute. Let's go to fantasy because there is a stool that goes with that. Let's see if we like these. It's possible. Everything else is really dark. Let me see what this looks like. If we had a chair sitting right here and the stool for it sitting right there. I kind of like that. This is nice. I'm good with this. We're good with this. I'm good with this so far. I haven't done anything to the kitchen and the living room area down here. We have this little table area there. The kitchen is in here. Oh, we did! Look at this. We did do something. It just doesn't have any light. Let's go to Simply Light for a minute. There it was. This is Simply right here. We could try this, or we can try these and see if any of these will work. Can I put something there? I cannot. Can I put something here? I cannot. Can I put this here? I can put that there like that and say they now have electricity. We could do that. Oh, let's get rid of that. Oh, look at that view. Wow. Look at the view of the setting sun from this bedroom. This is really quite nice. Let's get the other that was palm, wasn't it? That we used in the other room? It was. Uh-oh, someone just came up and flung themselves into the bed. And it's Haley coming up to the kitchen bed. Nice. Coming up to the kitchen bedroom. And she's the only one in the house right now. Her parents are in this house by themselves now. And there they are, right there. It's interesting. Vincentius Primus and I, we took a trip one time to New York, and we were staying at an artist's loft, just in the Bowery, just near Chinatown. And the only place that was for a company to sleep was essentially a couch set up that went around a window area, and it was like that. It was where Vincentius and I were sleeping in a single, you couldn't have two people sleeping next to each other. So we were just sleeping like that, sleeping along the wall that way. It was fun just as the fact that we were only there for like 3 days, 3 nights. So it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, I remember doing that. And it was really one of these interesting kind of things. It was kind of fun and exciting for us, you know, because it was different. And it was a fun trip. It was definitely a fun trip, and an unexpected thing that happened with the bed situation, and it made it like an adventure, like we were camping or something. And so in that respect, we had a good time. But whenever I see this layout in this little house here, it's like, oh yeah, I recognize that. Because that's kind of like exactly like the way we were sleeping in that house for a couple of days. It was really funny. And okay, however, I'm going over here. I'm going over here and sleep in the suite at the tavern. And I'm going back and see what's going on Guardian's Rock. We'll see what's happening there. Uh-oh. I brushed it out again. There we go. All right. So here we have the rock, Guardian's Rock. Emery is going to work on all the things that are down at this level, because this is the same level that she's on. She's going to work on everything, raising all of this up to the level 5. We have some grown trees again. This is actually the tree farm right in this area here. And you can see a partially cut down tree there. And there is Nolan coming back, and he is working on that tree right now. And then we're coming up here. And Valerie is waiting for supplies to come in that she needs for working on the ship, the balloon, and she's doing that. And we see some of the firefighters. Who is that? Who is that? Oh, that's Elena. That's Elena, who is Pelasia's kid, who is the Undertaker's child, and she just left the ship, probably going to get something to eat. Let me see if, in fact, there is something to eat. Let's go into the restaurant kitchen up top and see what's going on. The door is open. Must be hot in the kitchen. Clemens is here. There's Kason. And let me see what are you making? What do you have? So they do have some additional things. What is that? Oh, let me look. This is from Coraline. Coraline has apparently supplied some, oh, and they're all cooked. So she cooked them all. She did not make any special dishes with them, even though she has, I should say Kason didn't, even though they have a special recipe for stock, she didn't use any of it to make stock. And there's no way to force her to do that. They would have to decide that they wanted to serve potato soup. They would have to decide that they wanted to serve the peanut soup and things like that. They have a recipe for mushroom soup, and there are mushrooms in the taiga forest downstairs on the ground, and we can look for a second and see. We only have the brown here, and we have a good amount actually. Look at this. And I guess we would have to grow the red ourselves if we were going to have some. And I think we can do that with one of the houses. Are you doing that thing again? Yeah. So they come down here, and then they're going to teleport to the top as soon as they figure out how. This is apparently some lesson that they're learning. I am taking it that they are doing some practices. They're doing some training outside, but as you just saw, Elena just teleported herself away. And there is Fabjord, who is one of our guardians. What's the matter with you? Okay. Sorry about that. We have a blue jay. We have a blue jay. Sorry about that. My throat's actually going, we're done. That's what my throat's saying. We're done. We're completely done for the day. Sorry about that. But I have about 15 minutes, so I'm going to stay for a little bit, and then this is the last day actually, and then I'll be back on Tuesday. This is Saturday. I'll be back on Tuesday, and my times for YouTube are Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. No. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday I stream, and Tuesday. Primarily because Minecolonies team streams on Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. And so because they stream on those days, I don't stream on those days. And I just don't stream on those days for two reasons. I need, just in the same way they do, I need some time away. It gives me a chance to watch them if I want to. And also, it allows me to have some definite days that I can give to my sister, so that if she has doctor's appointments and things like that, she can arrange to have those on those days that I'm not streaming, because I am still in a caregiver situation as far as she's concerned. And so I do need to make sure that I can meet her needs as well. And so it works out like that. After she gets done with when she raises him up to, there it is, when she raises him up to a level 4, we're going to have Chanel go up to a level 4 as well. Is this level 3? Yes. And this is what Chanel has in her notes. She says that she met a doctor, which I don't know his name. I asked him if we could control our balloons, and he answered me that no one could control balloons. That would be silly. The wind a little bit. I remember a thing about him. He had a strange blue box, and I think I saw it the last week in the Nether Miner's hut. And she did see it in the Nether Miner's hut. And so when we go back down there, after Emery finishes, we'll look at it again. But it is definitely in the shop. And then she, as you can see, is she's got a balloon right here. She's got the making of a chassis right here. The balloon carriage is sitting right here, and the balloon engine, a portion of the balloon engine is sitting there. And this is the platform where she's going to put it all together when the time comes. And that's what she's working on. She's a mechanic. Piers, what are you doing? I think Piers is about to teleport also from where he is. He's trying to decide how to do that. Who's teaching them to teleport? The enchanter. The enchanter is teaching them how to teleport. And the enchanter's teaching them to teleport. She's not giving them a potion. Isn't that interesting? She's not giving them something to drink that will teleport them. She's actually teaching them the magic of teleportation, which is very, very fascinating. But that's what they use on Guardian's Rock, and they're all druids. So they do have the abilities to do those things. And then let's come back into town for a little bit here. And yeah, Kawabata for the longest time was the carpenter. And it was really interesting about her. She didn't seem to be necessarily interested in it. And then we found out why. She was kind of like Makino in Rosa Ouro, who wasn't interested in being a stonemason, and who ended up being the alchemist. And it's like these druids come, and I guess they're afraid that they're not going to be accepted in a citizen's town, in a town such as these. And so what they do is they essentially hide who they are by performing some task that the town needs. And so since the town needed a carpenter, even though she was a nether ambassador, she actually said, I can do that. I can be your carpenter. And so she did. In the same way, Makino, when she got to town with Sato, she said, when they were saying there was no stonemason, she wanted to stay in town, and so she said, I can do that. And in the beginning, everyone was speculating, including the ambassador, me, was speculating that she was a ceramics worker maybe, and she just didn't like doing industrial work. She wanted to do artistic work. And but that actually wasn't it at all, which is really curious. It really is. So yeah, it turned out that she is an alchemist with excellent skills, and now she's very happy. In the same way, Kawabata was very happy actually. So what happened with Kawabata? She rushed it. She was excited about being an ambassador to the Nether, and she started going right away. Whereas Royal is doing what her mother should have done, what his mother should have done, and that is waited until she had all the equipment and everything that she needed. And she didn't. And I'm sure it was because she's a druid and she thought that her druid skills would be enough in the Nether. But it's still hard. The Nether is still hard. Opportunities have been opened for her. And so that is a mistake that her son is not making. Royal is not making that mistake. He is waiting for the full level 5 before he goes in. I had never lost a nether miner. I've had one other. I thought maybe I had 2, didn't I? I had to have had a nether miner in underwater. Oh yes, I did. I can see her now. Hold on. I'm sorry. I can see her now, the nether miner, down near the monument. Remember that, Mr. Villager? Way down deep in the ocean. And both of those nether miners, I did not lose them. And I remember on Discord, I remember people saying that the nether miner was always in danger and they kept losing them. And but both of those nether miners didn't go to the nether until the nether mine was a level 5. And the reason was different for both of the towns. In Emny Island, the nether mine was made in a monument. It was actually a wolf's head. And that was the nether mine, was a wolf's head. And I wanted the wolf's head to be complete before they went in, before they used it. And it was very fun. It was fun having that, seeing that wolf's head change with all the different levels. And that was John's piece. John Ryer actually designed that Nordic piece, and it was really, really quite amazing and quite wonderful, and I loved it. And so on Emny Island, it absolutely looked like it was a part of the ancient skeleton ruins that were there and that they knew about already, and that Doesn't that look like there should be 2 pieces there? There should be. And so that is what happened with that. So by the time we got the nether miner, she was not raised. She should have maybe been a child or something, but we needed someone who really knew what they were doing. And so we got someone who came in, especially who had special skills as an ambassador, to work to be the nether ambassador, and that worked out fine. In Seabridge, the underwater base, I believe she actually was someone's child, but she had the same thing that we had because of the way we were building it underwater, because we needed the ship to be able to go. On level 5 of the underwater base style, there is a ship, and level 5, the nether portal for the ship is completed. And so in order for her to use the ship, she needed to have the nether portal, and so she didn't go to the nether until that portal was ready, so that she could take the ship with her and have the ship as wait, am I supposed to be doing this one? I keep asking that every time. Furniture on the inside, yes. Okay. Dondanas is working on that one. I'm not doing that one. He's doing it. I might have started this by accident, but I think Dondanas is actually putting the shingles on that. I haven't decided whether I'm putting the shingles on this one yet. I kind of like the wood. It is, I believe that this is Alessandro's house. Alejandro. Alejandro is our environmentalist, and it would make complete sense if he had an all-wood house. So we might just leave him having the house looking like that this time. So, but yes, so that was what happened with both of those nether mines. With the one underwater base one, because we did not have someone and we were waiting for the children to come out of university, the nether mine got completed without anyone being there, which was good. And like I said, so that she would be able to take the ship with her, and that was good. So with the wolf's head, we didn't have anyone who was skilled enough, and that allowed for it to be done while we were waiting. And there we go. So this is a level 3, but we're not raising the level on this house anymore, which is why I'm putting the shingle on the roof. He's putting the shingle on this. This is going to be a level 5. I think he's making the level 4 right now. Yes. But this is going to go all the way up to level 5. It will be one of 3 of these that is a level 5. This one right here, this is a level 5. No, it's not. I thought it was. Hold on. Do I have any furniture in here? I don't. So it's going to be a level 5 also. So this will And thank you for putting up with my throat shenanigans. I apologize. That one's going to be a level 5, and then we have one level 5 over here. And we did something upstairs in this level 5. We're still working on it. We put in some walls upstairs, and we're probably going to have to cover them with something, and that's what we'll look at and see what I want to do with the fact that I have that right there. And I don't know that there's anything that I can put here that will cover the fact that that is the inside wall up top, and that goes for on this side too. We can put some outside stone in some of the places, like we have this outside stone here. This is actually panel on this part, so we can put panel here. And then what? See all this right here? This is what begins to happen if we want to actually have different colors in the house. But it doesn't look too bad, and it's upstairs, so it doesn't change like the front of the house. See how this is here? You can barely see that, and it's kind of okay. Oh, I do have a piece there though too, don't I? Yeah, so I haven't decided whether I'm just going to ignore that or illagers. They are like weapons. They love idiots. They are. Let's find out. I need more. I need more than that because I'm not sure what he's talking about. So we have that stuff over there. I'll see what I want to do. It might be fun to have each of the houses have different colors upstairs in the bedroom, and have those colors make the house look different, and that might be very fun. So this house still needs you can't see it, but it still needs the shingle put on it. It is finished at the stage that it's at right now. But because my throat is deteriorating very strangely, I'm going to have to go for today. It is the 3-hour mark for today, and I appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate Sam being in chat. I appreciate I had someone else, Johnny Shocking, being in chat, Buster being in chat. Thank you, everybody. And Mr. Villager, obrigado. Let's hope Zaf is having a good day today. And Mixasa, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much for being here. I know, 3 hours though. Enjoy your games, everybody, and enjoy watching all the other gamers. And I will be back on Tuesday. So we have been listening to Drone Hands music. By the way, Drone Hands on Twitch is involved in a global music event. It is electronic music, and if you like having beautiful music like what you've been hearing behind my stream, my talking, if you like music like that, floating through your house while you're doing stuff, there's a wonderful event going on Twitch, and you can go there. We've been listening to Drone Hands music, and now we are going to listen to Vincentius Primus close us out here. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful Sunday and Monday, and I will see you soon. And here we go. Bye for now. Bye for now.